What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Manchester United FIFA 21 career mode. This is episode number 3, and we've got loads to get through today, guys. We're going to be playing 2 games in the Premier League as we face our first away trip of the season against Brighton at the Amex, and we'll also be taking on Wolves back at Old Trafford. We've got some more scouting to do, which I'll show you guys in a bit, and hopefully we'll get, 1 or 2 more players out of the door, and maybe a couple of signings today as well. I have had a look at the finances. We've currently got £182 million in the budget. Now, just to catch you guys up on what we've done so far, in case anybody missed it, we signed Alex Telles for 15.6 million plus Fred. We've also brought in Upamecano for 28 million plus Chris Smalling. Then, in terms of the outs, we've got Pereira, who's gone on loan to Leicester for the season. Luke Shaw, who we sold to Napoli for 25.2 million. Marcus Rojo has gone out to Fiorentina for 4.2 million. Daniel James to Everton for 17.1. And finally, Serge Romero, also out to Fiorentina for £6 million. And we're going to start today with a transfer offer for Phil Jones. Wolfsburg have come in and they want to sign him for £5.6 million. Now, he's only worth 4.4, age 28. He is a player who we've currently got on our transfer list. So I think I'm going to accept that offer and we'll see if Phil Jones makes it over to Wolfsburg. Now, in terms of the United team, I've been looking at what we've built so far, so what we've sold and what we've brought in. Obviously, only the 2 players in the door so far. And I think that in order to complete us for our summer transfer window, we're going to need another centre-back. We could do with a left midfielder, a right midfielder, because we've got no backup in there, and another striker. We have got Martial, and we've got Igalo, who is only on loan. But let's think about our objectives this season. We're expected to finish in the top 4, and we need to be making it to the final of the Champions League and the final of the FA Cup. Now, Ruben Diaz, the centre-back, who I did really like, 81 rated, he has now completed his move to Arsenal. So we need to remove him from the shortlist, which leaves us with Koulibaly, Marquinhos, Jimenez, Romagnoli, and Kimpembe. We can remove Luca Digne as well, because we've already brought in Alex Telles, so we don't need another left-back, because we've got Brandon Williams. Jadon Sancho is still there. Now, I watched Footy Manager TV's video earlier, and it cost him about 160 million to sign Jadon Sancho, so that's going to be a little bit of a push. We have added some more players to this list. Dembele was a player that you guys suggested in the comments. Thank you for the support on this series as well so far, guys, and for your comments. I am reading them all and trying to add them into the shortlist and take any advice on board. Also, remember to subscribe if you're new to the channel and leave the video a like if you are enjoying it. It really does help out a lot. So, Ousmane Dembele is a player that United have been linked with in real life. He can play on the left or he can play on the right. However, I think he probably would be pretty expensive. He's valued at £51.5 million. So we'll have a little think about that one. One of you guys suggested in the comments Edson Alvarez, who is he can play CDM or centre-back. He's not someone we particularly need in terms of numbers, but as you can see, he's from Mexico. And one of our objectives for this season was to sign North American players. Jack Grealish, who I like a lot, I like him in real life. He's an option for us. He's probably one of my preferred candidates at the moment, also for the left side. So at the moment, I'm thinking Jack Grealish left, Dembele potentially right, Saint-Maximin in there in case everything goes wrong. I am a fan of Saint-Maximin. And for striker, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and we're scouting Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who, of course, is having a fantastic season in real life, and he could be a very, very good backup in terms of what we've already got with Anthony Martial. Now, what we're looking at with these players, well, 2 out of the 3 players especially, young players, British, English, that we can bring through. It's the United way, plus a bit of quality from abroad as well, potentially, in Ousmane Dembele. So we'll get those scout reports in, see how they're looking, and then maybe we can make a decision from there. I'm using the global transfer network and the scouting to get all these guys in. So as you can see at the moment, we're looking for a left midfielder, we're looking for a right midfielder, and we're looking for a striker. So more offers in for our players. Nemanja Matic, Leicester want to buy him for 14.5 million. I am actually going to reject this offer because I like Nemanja Matic. I want to keep him around, and we do need those sort of players in the squad. Victor Lindelof, an offer from Newcastle for 26.9 million. He's valued at 23.5. I wonder if we can get a bit more out of Newcastle for this one. Look at the state of Steve Bruce. What is going on there? Wow, graphics. Right, let's propose a new transfer fee. Now, they've offered 26.9. Can we get £32 million for Victor Lindelof? Let's submit this offer, see what Steve Bruce has to say. We're prepared to increase our offer to 26.9. He's not really playing ball. Let's change this and let's try £30 million. 30 million on the nose for Victor Lindelof. Come on, Steve. That's an absolute bargain. You've got to do it. That's our final offer. 26.9 million. Now, I don't rate Victor Lindelof in real life. I really don't. But I'm going to accept this offer. 26.9. We are done for Victor Lindelof to Newcastle. Hopefully they can agree personal terms, and that puts a little bit more money in our transfer kitty to buy a really, really good centre-back. Now, I've also had an offer for Diego Dalot. Now, I'm in two minds about whether to keep him around and maybe sell Fosu Mensah. I'm not sure. He's only 21. We might be able to get a little bit more out of him. And he's already higher rated and younger than Fosu Mensah. I'm changing my mind on Dalot. I'm going to reject this. We're going to keep him at the club, and he's going to be our backup right back. So we've removed Diego Dalot. Now, do we put Timothy Fosu Mensah on the transfer list? 73 rated, age 22, contract expiring in 11 months. Can't see that he's going to get much better. We're going to add him. We're going to gamble on this one, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so we've got the final scout reports back on Jack Grealish and Saint-Maximin. Jack Grealish, 24 years old, 80 rated. Saint-Maximin, 23 years old, also 80 rated. Let's have a little look at Jack Grealish. He's got, good agility, good balance, great vision. I think Jack Grealish could be a player for us, I really, really do. How much is he actually worth? Let's have a look. 26 million. I think that we could do this, We're going to go in. We're going to put in an offer for Jack Grealish and try and bring him to Old Trafford. Right, so let's start by offering a transfer fee. Now, I'm going to go 28 million on the nose and just see. Let's just test the water and see what they've got to say about this. We'll let Jack Grealish go on 18 million, and we'd also like Lindelof as part of the deal. So that would work out. I mean, Lindelof's currently in negotiations with Wolfsburg. Now, do I gamble and accept this, or do I try and lower the transfer fee? I mean, even if we took 8 million off it, that'd leave us at 33. I mean, this is quite a big deal. They're looking for about 41, nearly 42 million pounds here for Jack Grealish in total. If I add that up with Victor Lindelof, let's counter. Let's try and bring the transfer sum down. So we'll take this to. Let's see if we can take this to 12 million, which should be 23, 33. That'd be 35.5 million, and submit that offer. Let's see what they've got to say about that. We aren't prepared to let him go unless you add 18 million to the deal. Right, okay. Maybe we're going to take Victor Lindelof out of this. We will remove the exchange player. Let's propose a new transfer fee, and I'm going to give him. I'm just going to give him 33 million on the nose. This is tough negotiations that we've got right here. But they consider accepting 39, right? Can we bring that down to 35? I think that we might be able to. No, let's go 36. I think if we go 36 on the nose, we should be able to do this deal. We'll say yes to that. It's really good to have reached a compromise. There we go. So, the offer has been accepted by Aston Villa. Our job now is to try and enter negotiations with Jack Grealish and see if we can bring him to Old Trafford. Okay, so we need to tell Jack that he is... Will he accept rotation? Not sure if he's going to accept this. Oh, that's what they've got in mind. Okay, so he's quite happy to play second fiddle to Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side. So we've agreed that. Now, he's 24 years old. Let's see if we can get him on a 5-year deal. Not comfortable with that. I'd like a 3-year. All right. What about a 4-year? Negotiations are tough today, guys. They really, really are. So he's fine with that. There's not going to be a release clause, so we'll accept that. Now, he's currently on £58,000 per week. So let's have a look at what we can give him. Do we go for... I'm going to offer him 70. And then as a signing on bonus, we'll give him 200,000. Let's see if this works. And that's a reasonable offer. There we go. All done and dusted. Jack Grealish is a Manchester United player. And there is the man himself. I've given him the number 7 shirt as well. And I think it looks good on him. Jack looking great in a United kit. So that leaves us now in terms of transfer budget with 146 million. Still an awful lot there. Really, really good. Plus a couple of players potentially going out, which will topple that up a little bit. We're now looking for a striker, a right midfielder, and a centre-back. 3 more players, and I think this squad is ready to go for the season. So first game of today's episode, we are taking on Brighton and Hove Albion at the Amex. It's going to be a great game. It was a great game in real life, actually. They've had 2 pretty decent games in the last few weeks. United's coming out on top in both of them. But the game that they had that was the 3-2 just a few days ago was an absolute thriller. Brighton, a little bit unlucky. They really should have got something out of the game. So here's the Brighton squad for today's game. Matt Ryan starting in goal. Bayer, Dunk, Webster, Veltman and Bernardo at the back. Dale Stephens and Pascal Gross. Adam Lallana, Florian Andone and Neil Maupay. Good team that they have got out today, of course. Biggest player probably Lallana, recently signed from Liverpool. Here's the United team. We've gone for De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly starts today with Harry Maguire and Alex Telles. Scott McTominay comes in with Van der Beek, Greenwood, Pogba and Marcus Rashford with Anthony Martial up top. New signing Jack Grealish is on the bench. Now, I have found in terms of the gameplay so far, you do have to be patient when it comes to defending and the attacking side of it as well. So whether we can get an early goal or not, I'm not too sure, but it's Brighton who are having the first attack. We've not actually touched the ball yet, and Brighton have taken the lead on 7 minutes. And I think that it's is that Neil Maupay who scored, or is it Florian Andone? I'm not quite sure. Number 21. Who is that? Is that Andone? It is. Florian Andone gives Brighton the lead. Terrible start for United. And that's not what we wanted. Really isn't. We need to make a big comeback now. We've been absolutely terrible so far in these first 15 minutes. We can't seem to get anywhere near Brighton. The defence is a shambles. What's going on here? Good save by De Gea. Pascal Gross coming in with the follow-up. Can he get the shot away? He does, and De Gea tips it around the post. Oh, this is looking much better, especially if we can get Mason Greenwood in here. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Great save, and Paul Pogba can't quite reach the rebound. Marcus Rashford should get there. He's got a little bit of support in Alex Telles, who can't get the cross in either. But we're starting to maybe get back into it a little bit now. It's a better ball, and we've got players over here. Here's Aaron Wan-Bissaka trying to drive towards goal. Can he find a low cross? He can do, and Martial has almost bundled it in. It's off the line, and Matt Ryan has got it in his arms. Here's Anthony Martial carrying it forward. He slips a nice ball through towards Paul Pogba, and it's 1 apiece. 35 minutes it's taken for Man United to break the deadlock. 1 each. Paul Pogba grabbing his 2nd goal of the season. Of course, he scored on opening day against Newcastle at Old Trafford. Lovely ball through from Martial to his French counterpart, and I think that's actually gone through the legs of Matt Ryan. We'll see it this angle a little bit better. Yep, through the legs, and it's 1-1. So into the second half. We have made a change at half-time. We've decided to bring on Bruno Fernandes in place of Scott McTominay. We just want a little bit more creativity in there. We've created very little so far aside from the goal. So here comes the new man, Jack Grealish, makes his way onto the pitch. Marcus Rashford going off. Let's see if he can make the difference for us here. Oh, that's a great tackle, and we're through here. And it's going to be Martial. Can he get the shot away? No, he can't. It's a great tackle by the Brighton defender, but that's the best chance that we've had so far this half. Brighton just knocking it around nicely at the moment. I think they're quite happy with the draw as it stands, but they'd quite happily take a winner. And this is an opportunity. It was 2-1. However, the flag is up. Neil Maupay is crying those eyes again. But he could have gone through and scored the winner there. Is he offside? Just. Nice ball by Mason Greenwood towards Bruno Fernandes. Slips in Mason Greenwood! And we've got the winner! 88 minutes in. The Brighton players are on the floor. It's Mason Greenwood's first goal of the season. And Bruno Fernandes is at the heart of it once again. Lovely finish from Mason. Top corner. No goalkeeper in the world is saving that. And it looks like we're going to pick up all 3 points in a late show at the Amex once again. And there we have it. The full-time whistle goes. We are victorious for the second game in a row by 2-1. It's been by no means convincing, but all the same, we will take those 3 points gratefully. So, back into the transfer market. News is in. Phil Jones has been sold. He has gone to Wolfsburg. The deal will be for £5.6 million. Have I messed up here? Could I have got that deal through? It was Lindelof with Grealish. I always get mixed up with Lindelof and Jones for some reason. But anyway, they've allocated £4.5 million to our transfer budget. So we've got £150 million to spend now on this team. So more confirmation in. Victor Lindelof has been sold to Newcastle United for £26.9 million. 23.5 of that going into our transfer budget. Calgary have taken interest in taking Ethan Laird on a 2-year loan deal. Was that a loan to buy? No, it's just a 2-year loan deal. We can accept that, I'm sure. Let's accept that offer. See if he ends up there. Develop him a little bit more. But this is going really, really well so far. We're getting the players out that we want to get out. The players in that we want to get in. So now that we've sold Phil Jones and we have sold Victor Lindelof, I feel like we need to go in quite big on a centre-back. I'm really torn. I'm really torn between Marquinhos and Koulibaly. Let's have a look at how much we could get Koulibaly for. I mean, he's valued at £69 million for a 29-year-old defender, but he's going to do the job for us, isn't he? We can get a couple of... Let's just mute this, actually, because it ends up really loud. We can get 2 or 3 really good seasons out of him, I feel. So 69 million. Do we just offer them the transfer fee straight up? We've got 174 million pounds in the bank. Let's give them a bonus million. Let's go for 70 and see what they say to it. 104 million. I mean, we need to go big on this centre back. I really think we do. And I feel like Koulibaly is going to be the man. We're going to make a counter offer. We will go this time for... Let's try 80. What did we offer? We offered 70, didn't we? Let's try and meet them somewhere in the middle. Let's go for 84 million. And see if they'll accept that offer. We've got a deal. There we go. Oh, £84 million straight out of the bank. But let's get these negotiations done with Koulibaly. So he's currently on £125,000 per week. Shall we give him important? Because I do want to get Upamecano in the team as well. That doesn't work for them. He wants to be a guaranteed starter. Okay, we'll accept it. We'll accept a crucial squad role. In terms of his contract, let's try and get him on a 4-year deal, which is absolutely fine by them. We're not going to have a release clause. Now, he's willing to take a wage cut of 115,000. He wants a signing-on bonus of 1.1 million and 20 clean sheets, 4.3 million. Wow, this man wants some money. Let's counter. Let's remove the bonus. He can... Let's see if we can get the signing-on bonus down a little bit. Can we get this for, say, 900,000? And the wage, because, I mean, after 20 clean sheets, what I don't want is to pay out 4.5 million. 120 grand a week, 900,000 sign-on bonus. It's not good enough. Nothing less for 130 and a 1.5 million signing on bonus. Wowzers. Wowzers. Right, do you know what? We're just going to accept it. We're going to get him in. Koulibaly is a top player, and he's also a Manchester United player. And there he is. Doesn't he look great in a Manchester United kit? So pleased that we've got that bit of business done. 2 pieces to go now. A striker and a right-sided midfielder. How much have we got in terms of transfer budget? We've got £89 million left. Are there any more players that have come through on this list? We don't need a left midfielder anymore. The only right midfielder's at Manchester City, but we've got Dembele, who's there as an option. And then we've got a few strikers in here. Let's have a look through these, see if there's anyone that may take our interest. I know we're still scouting Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well. Actually, let's see what the rating comes back on Dominic Calvert-Lewin first. I'm not sure whether that is back or not as it stands. It's not yet. We know that Dembele is an 83. It'd be nice to bring him in. 51 million, which is going to be a big chunk out of what's left of our transfer budget. Who have we still got transfer listed? There's Jesse Lingard, valued at 10 million. And there is Timothy Fosu-Mensah as well. So we could still get a little bit of money in, but we've largely sold the majority of the players that we wanted to sell. Right, so Laird has been loaned out, and we've got scout reports back for Calvert-Lewin and for Alvarez. I think that what we'll do is, in today's episode, I don't think we'll play the Wolves game. I think we're going to try and get this transfer business all done and dusted, and then from the next episode onwards, we can play Wolves. We've got Southampton, and we could also probably slip in the Burnley game as well in the next one. I want to get this transfer business done, and I would like to get Dominic Calvert-Lewin in, but I'm not sure what his value is at this moment in time. So he's a 79 rated, age 23, probably could improve a little bit. He's got some traits as well, solid player, speed dribbler, and power header. I think he'd be a great backup to Anthony Martial. He's worth 24.5 million. Now, do we go for him first, or do we go for Dembele? I'm thinking Dembele. We'll train him up to be a right winger, and then with what money we've got left, we can maybe use that for the Calvert-Lewin deal. My reasoning behind that is because we have got Ighalo. So if we get desperate, we've got Ighalo. We can also play Rashford up top. We're going to go in and try and do the Dembele deal straight away. 51.5 million. It's going to cost us more, definitely. Okay, so there's no release clause for him. Let's offer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's offer 52, which is pretty much his value. Gives us 37 million left. Let's see what they say to this. So they want 75.4. I think we could get this down a little bit. Let's see if we can take this to maybe 60 million pounds. What have we got? 13 left. Right, let's go for 62 million. I can't remember what we offered the first time. 52. So we're adding 10 million on top. We're going to try and meet them in the middle. We won't reduce it any further. I think we could get a little bit less. Right, we're going to go in for one more. Let's propose a new transfer fee. We're going to go for 68 million pounds this time. Surely they're going to take this. Surely. The price for Dembele is non-negotiable. 75.4 million. We'd only have 13 million pounds left. We might not be able to get the striker in. Let's go for... I'm determined to get him for a little bit less. Can we get him for 70 on the nose? I'm just going to wind this guy up, I think, at this rate. There we go. We've got a deal. We saved 5 million. We'll tidy up that paperwork. We'll go and offer a contract to Dembele, and we could find that he's going to be a United player. So Dembele's current wage at the moment is 160 grand. That's not too bad for us. He wants an important squad role. Now, if we can get him for the 5 years, because he's only 23 years old, which is absolutely fine, We're going to not have a release clause. So let's look at his wage. Do we basically match what he's on, or do we give him a little bit more? Let's go for, oh god, let's go for 170,000 and a signing on bonus of 500,000. Let's see if he bites on that. It's a reasonable offer. He's happy. We maybe could have got him a little bit cheaper. We may have overpaid there. I'm not too sure. But Dembele is now a Manchester United player. Right, what number shall we give Dembele? I think let's give him 23. We're going to go 23 for Dembele. And also what we're going to do is we're going to give him a development plan. Right, so we're going to change him to a right midfielder. That'll take about 31 weeks. But do you know what? I think we'll do it. So in the right midfielder position, it'll change his vision. His crossing will go up, his long pass and his short pass. Stamina will go up as well, which is really, really good. His physicals aren't fantastic as it stands. But for me, I'm so pleased that we've got him in this squad. Let me know about what you guys think in the comments section below about the transfers we've made in today's episode. We will leave it there for today. In the next one, we'll wrap up the transfer business and we'll start playing more games per episode, I promise you. But till then, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. Leave a like on the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.